Hey, what's up? It's DeHuff. It's another episode of DeHuff Uncensored. Thank you guys so much for popping on. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening. I'm also on YouTube. If you want to watch, go to YouTube, search DeHuff Uncensored, and then hit subscribe. Today's podcast is presented to you by Superbook Sports, Total Beverage in Westminster and Thornton, and Blake Street Tavern. A lot to get to today. I got a lot of great audio that I'm going to get for you today that's going to help paint the picture of all these stories that I'm going to get to. So strap in. It's going to be a bumpy ride. I don't know why I said that. It sounds dumb when you say it like that. A lot to get to today. I do want to catch you up. I was at the pool yesterday in the neighborhood, and I did something some might call heroic. Yes, I fixed the toilet in the women's restroom. Okay? My daughter was just like, Dad, there's a problem. And I was like, whoa. What is it? And I rushed to her aid. I hate when I go somewhere and it's a simple fix, but nobody fixes it. I literally, the toilet wouldn't flush because when you popped off the tank lid, I don't remember. It was actually a very fancy looking toilet in there. I've never actually seen it, but I literally twisted something about, say, 3 or 4 rotations, and it fixed the toilet. And I am a god. No, I was joking. I'm a god. Bow to me. I am the toilet god. Anyway, so yeah, I wouldn't call myself a hero, but some should. Okay, maybe they should. Anyway, I just hiccuped. Oh shit! I better not have the hiccups. I'm gonna be pissed. Let's head into some headlines. I said head into some headlines. What the fuck is wrong with me? Miriam Margolyes, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She claimed that Arnold Schwarzenegger farted in her face while they were filming End of Days back in 1999. I actually have the audio of her talking about the experience. Here we go.
I didn't like the wrestler, from Austria. What's his name?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger. I couldn't think of his name for a minute. Yeah, Schwarzenegger. Didn't care for him.
What was not good about Big Arnold?
He's a bit too full of himself, and I don't care for him at all. He's a Republican, which I don't like, and he was actually quite rude. He farted in my face. Now, I fart. Of course I do, but I don't fart in people's faces. He did it deliberately right in my face.
Where and when did this happen?
I can't remember the date, but it was during the filming of End of Days in Los Angeles. And I was playing Satan's sister. And he was killing me. So he had me in a position where I couldn't escape. And lying on the floor, and he just farted. It wasn't on film. It was in one of the pauses, but I haven't forgiven him for it.
Oh my God, that's funny. And obviously she's at least laughing about it, but how funny. And I'm sure that shit happens a lot. And I can't imagine Arnold did that maliciously. Like, everybody get down. I'm about to fart. Get to the chopper. My Arnold sucks. I am not a good Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonator. Get to the chopper. Honey, I don't know what happened. I farted. Oh, Arnold. Arnold! I have a feeling that Arnold's going to react to this at some point here in the near future. Because he tends to... Have you seen those videos? I don't know if he still does it, but I think he had a YouTube channel where Arnold would go up to people, like literally Arnold would go up to people and be like, and he would say famous quotes from his movies. Be like, go to the chopper. I can't think of any other lines that he does right now. Be like, your clothes, give them to me now. That's from Terminator. And then, hasta la vista, baby. Like, could you imagine if Arnold Schwarzenegger came up to you and actually was like, saying his quotes? You'd melt. You'd be like, oh my, this is the greatest moment of my life. Sorry, kids. I think that's cool. It's it's disgusting if Arnold actually did fart in this lady's face on purpose. Because like, what kind of asshole would do that? But I don't think he actually did. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he's an asshole and just likes to fart. He's a serial farter in the face, whatever you would call that. He's a serial facial farter, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He must be stopped. We need to stop this son of a bitch, man. He's going around. That ain't no balls, man, farting in people's faces. That's some bullshit. I should know. I will fuck him up. Thanks, Cowboy. Way to go, Cowboy. Cowboy the Huff is going to fight Arnold Schwarzenegger if these allegations are true that he is a face farter. What the fuck? Everybody get down. Incoming. Fart. I would like to hear him just say, I did not fart in her face. These allegations, they are false. I am not a serial face farter. Anyway. Do you see this guy named Andrew Baton? He says his 13-year-old daughter was left in tears after the staff at Raging Rivers Waterpark in Grafton, Illinois, forced her to step onto a scale to weigh her in front of the entire crowd because she was in line to get onto the ride, and they have a weight limit. And they took one look at this girl, 13-year-old girl, and they're like, we need to weigh her. And, of course, she was over the weight limit. The weight limit is 200 pounds. She was at 205. And they're like, sorry, we can't do that. So now the father's just like, this is bullshit. He actually says to have a company be responsible for such a massive mental impact on my daughter, it's tough. Tears wound up in her eyes. We as parents now have to undo the emotional damage that this corporate company caused. He continued, the outraged dad, blah, blah, blah. They just added that. They're going to be discussing this in therapy for years to come. Okay, here's the problem I have with this. They have a weight limit for a reason, because people can die on amusement park rides if the weight is too heavy. I'm sorry if that embarrassed her. Maybe they could have been a little bit more discreet and be like, hey, come over here and we're going to weigh you behind this curtain or something like that. I can see that. But here's the problem. Don't sit there and point the finger at the amusement park people. Your daughter's 13 years old and she weighs 205 pounds. We all don't do the best job at times eating healthy for our children and all that stuff. I'm guilty of it too. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, it is your responsibility to be a responsible person, an icon for your kids for what they should be eating. Obviously, if she's 205 pounds, you're doing something wrong. Be mad at yourself for the fact that you've raised your daughter and she's now 205 pounds. That is not a popular opinion for a lot of people. A lot of people will be upset that I said that. But here's the thing. She's 13 years old. She should not be weighing 205 pounds. That's the problem here. Take a look in the mirror. What are you doing? What example are you setting for her? Yes, it's embarrassing what happened to her. Hopefully what comes out of it is she's just like, shit, I'm not eating healthy. It's not that the fact that, fuck, man, they embarrass me by weighing me. It's like, man, I can't go on rides, not because I'm too short, because I'm too heavy. That's a problem. She weighs almost as much as I do. And I'm an adult. She's 13. She shouldn't be weighing 205 pounds. I don't know how tall she is, but either way, I mean, it's not like she's 6'3". Otherwise, that would have been part of the report. Yeah, this guy's pointing the finger at the amusement park. The fingers, the thumb should be pulled back on him. Be like, what am I doing? Jesus. Talk about public humiliation. Dude, you're doing it to your daughter. Be a good role model for her. Eat healthier. Say, hey, we're going to combat this. don't worry. Next time we go, we're going to, get you on the healthy track, and then this won't be a problem. Yeah, this guy's trying to claim to be the victim here, and saying that she's going to have years of therapy. The years of therapy are because obviously it sounds like she has a poor diet, man. And again, I'm not the perfect person when it comes to eating healthy. No, I love a good cheeseburger. I love French fries. I like taking my kids to, spoil them every now and then and eat shitty foods. But ultimately, I try my best to make sure that they eat vegetables and fruit and not overindulge all this shit. Okay? We all fuck up, but Jesus, man, she's 205 pounds at 13. That's a fuck up. Okay? You fucked up. If you want to send hate mail towards me, send it to thehuffuncensored@gmail.com. That's fine. I get it. And maybe I could approach this a little bit differently, but this is my honest, uncensored reaction to this. I just don't feel like that he needs to be pointing the finger at everybody else when he can go, shit, man. Maybe I should be a better parent and be a better example for eating healthy. Maybe I can't tell if he's obese in the picture, but just because you're obese doesn't mean your kids have to have the same struggles. I mean, like, how good of an example are you going to be if you're like, dude, I'm eating healthy. I've made mistakes with food in the past. Now I'm going to be a good example for my children and show them that, yeah, it's not necessarily easy, but I am going to fight to try to be better. I don't know. It just bugs me. It bugs me that he's sitting there trying to play, the innocent card when it's just like, dude, no, be better. Be better. We all can be better. It's just a matter of, can we admit that we need to be better? Anyway, I got more headlines coming your way, but first, summer is here, and there's no better time to make your first bet with Superbook Sports. Along with its usual vast betting menu, Superbook already has a lineup for every pro football game this fall. Man, we got training camp just starting up within a couple days. Plus, when you make your first deposit on the Superbook app or sign up at superbook.com, they're going to match 100% of your money up to $500. It's never too early to start thinking about football at Superbook Sports. So place your bet and start winning today. Visit superbook.com for terms and conditions. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. This was an interesting story that I found earlier in the week, and it's trending now, and it's just funny. It's very funny. If you haven't seen it, maybe you're not on social media, and that's okay. But there's a guy in the UK. He's swimming in a rubbish bin because temperatures there, if in Celsius, I want to say they're right around 40 degrees Celsius, which equates to just over, I want to say 104 degrees Fahrenheit is what it ends up equating to here in the States. So there's a guy trying to cool off, and he's in his rubbish bin or trash bin, whatever you want to call it. Over there, I believe they call it rubbish. Anyway, but before you listen to this audio, here's the visual of the guy. He's bald. He has no shirt on. He's wearing kind of tiny sunglasses. He has a mixed drink in his hand. I think it's more of a pinkish drink. And he's in the trash can filled with water. Okay? You got that visual? Here's the audio.
Are you enjoying the weather there, mate?
What?
Are you enjoying the weather there?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Am I not allowed?
Yeah, but you're in the bin.
Oh, Jesus. The moment you try and do anything, someone comes along, tries to stop you. Listen, knobhead. If I want to have a swim in my own bin on the hottest day that we've ever had in England, then I'm entitled to do so. Right, if you want to fight about it, come here and fight.
But I don't want to fight.
Well, why are you sitting there waffling, saying you're not allowed to swim in your own bin? You've got to go with all the Muppets in the leisure centre. You're trying to bring me down.
No, I'm not trying to bring you down.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Of course you are.
I'm not trying to bring you
Why
down.
do you come here, first of all, saying, oi, oi, what are you doing? Like, in my own bin? In my own house? Yeah? You've got nothing to say now, have you? Oh, you coming over to fight me?
No. I'm not trying to fight.
What are you filming me for?
No, I just want to see what you...
Well, you're pervert.
No, I'm not
You're
perfect. I'm not perfect,
You're
man.
pervert. You want to see my naked body?
Yeah, man. I just
Oh,
wanna...
yeah, well, fuck off. I'm not interested. So what are you going to do? I'll knock your bloody nose down your throat.
All right, then go on, then.
At the end, he just topples out of the trash can. I don't know if this is staged. The guy claims, what is his name on TikTok? Hal Ham. That's spell it Hal, then Hal again, and then Ham. That's his handle on TikTok. He claims that he was just driving around his neighborhood and then he sees this dude in the trash bin. And then he just proceeds to interact with him. Here's what's funny. The guy, let's assume that this is all true and it's not a staged event. He's just minding his own business. But that being said, if this individual has a backyard, do it in your fucking backyard. Don't be the weirdo that does it in the front yard. Because let's be honest, you're just looking for attention then. You're just poking the bear and be like, hey, everybody, look at me. Come, notice me, attack me. I'll fucking, fight you. Oh, what did he say? Something about, he's push your nose into your throat or whatever he said like that. But it's just one of those things. If you have a backyard, do it in your backyard. There's the other thing that kind of bothers me on this is, let's assume that this is real again. How clean, whose trash can is that clean in order to go into it? It's either brand new or it's only used for paper. And then he was able to clean it out real easy as far as maybe it's a recycle bin. But I don't know. My trash can fucking stinks. Even if I went in there and scrubbed it for like an hour, it's still going to smell disgusting. So part of me is just like, bullshit, man. Bullshit. This has to be fake, but it's like trending so much. But it's this day and age that we're in, guys. You can't trust anything that's out there. And the one thing I really want to believe in right now is that this guy was taking a soak in his trash can. And that would be great. He's like the real life Oscar the Grouch. It's pretty funny. I posted it on my Twitter as well as I put it on Twitter, TikTok, as well as Facebook as well. So if you check out any of those, just search DeHuff Uncensored and you can find the video. And it's funny. You let me know. Do you think it's real or not? It's hard to say it's not, but fuck, man, I don't know. The only reason why I think that it is real is the guy in the bin. Like, he doesn't seem to laugh. Now, I cut most of this up so we could play it here, but I believe I have the unedited version on my social media accounts, and he doesn't seem to break character. I mean, if this is fake, he's a good actor. Maybe too good, okay? But yeah, it's a funny thing, and it's one of those things where it's so fucking hot, you got to do whatever you got to do to stay cool. I don't think I would do that. I love going just to the pool and hanging out. That's fun. I can't imagine going, it's so fucking hot, I'm just gonna, fill up the trash can and hop in. Fucking weird. All right, so if you're a stoner, go ahead, save this moment, okay? Maybe you're high now. That's okay. It's okay. Even if you're not high right now, this is an interesting thing to listen to. So again, stoners, smoke up, save this moment, and then listen to this by Neil deGrasse Tyson. I want to say it was like from a year or so ago when he was on Joe Rogan, but it's a great, like, mind-blowing thing that he talks about.
All right, you ever see the schoolroom globes, the geographic globes, and you rub your finger over Nepal and you get the Himalayas, and you get the Rockies, and you say, oh, that is a gross exaggeration of reality.
Yes.
Do you realize if you took Earth with all of its mountains, valleys, and hills and shrunk it down to the size of a cue ball, it would be smoother than any cue ball ever machined.
Really?
Yes. Yes. Think about it.
What?
Think about this. Joe.
Really?
Joe.
Everest?
Joe, chill.
God.
Listen to me. The distance between the lowest point on Earth's surface and the highest point on Earth's surface is 11 miles.
That's here to the Comedy Store.
That is less than the length of Manhattan.
Whoa.
Yet we are 8,000 miles in diameter. And those 2 points are very far separated from one another. If you were a cosmic giant and you came up to Earth and you rubbed your finger over Earth's surface, it would feel as smooth as a cue ball to you.
That's awesome. I love that. I love Neil deGrasse Tyson. We're going to call that a quick hit. How about that? So if you're a stoner, take a quick hit and then listen. I need to get that sponsored, don't you think? Get a dispensary on here. Quick hit presented by blah. And then be like, hey, man, I got this thing from Neil deGrasse Tyson, man. It's going to blow your mind, man. Get your Cheetos. You know what's it? By the way, here's a good stoner treat for you. If you like to smoke, if you don't, that's okay too. This is just delicious. You get a bag of Funyuns, like a little small bag, not a huge bag, but you could, I guess, get a big bag and just put it in a bowl. But you get like green chili, whatever your favorite green chili is. But you put in the bowl or the little bag your Fritos, and then you pour the warm or hot green chili on there, and then sprinkle it with cheese. Swear to God, it's going to blow your mind. Okay? There you go. You're welcome. Okay? I just gave you a stoner tip. You know where I learned that from? Actually, Mark Schlereth. He's not a stoner, but what he would do, and I don't know if he still does it, but when he would do his stinking good green chili appearances, where he would go either to a Costco or a King Soopers, when him and his buddy David Bloom, his business partner, would go out and hand out samples of stinking good green chili, which is an amazing product, they would do these little treats for people. And it was just like, well, at first I'm like, what? This? Then I try it and I'm like, holy shit, this is delicious. Doesn't matter if you're a stoner or not. You'll appreciate this if you enjoy good food. Here I am saying earlier, like 10 minutes prior, about eating healthy. That's probably not healthy for you. And I don't suggest you share this with your kids. This is a treat that you sneak off when your kids are asleep. So you don't have to be a good example of nutrition in a healthy eating. This is what you sneak off and do. You go in the garage and you're like, oh my God, this is so delicious. I can't get enough in my mouth. Okay? You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Thank you guys so much for popping on the podcast today. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks so much to all the audio providers. I can't even tell you who they are because I forgot to write it down. No big deal. Come after me, bro. Come after me if you want credit. Anyway, thanks for listening. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you can, please give it a nice review. Also, thanks to Superbook Sports. You guys are amazing. Blake Street Tavern. Can't say enough great about you guys. Again, they're at 23rd and Blake in downtown Denver. And, of course, Total Beverage in Westminster and Thornton. Go to totalbev.com. It's Duff Uncensored. Let's keep moving forward. I'll talk to you next time.